Hi, it's Renee and
Jim.
And we are here with love lessons and wordgasms. So today's lesson is coming from a date that I had a couple of years ago where I was sitting on a park bench with a very good-looking lawyer at midnight, and he says to me, when do I make a move? And I'm like, I'm sitting here in the middle of the night on a secluded park bench, and he's wondering whether or not he can make a move. And I was thinking to myself, okay, guys, if a woman lets you be in a position with her where you're alone in a secluded place in the middle of the night, you don't have to ask her whether or not you can make a move. Go for it. But I want to find out from you, how do you know when to make a move?
Well, I got to go back to your story first. A lawyer, of course he didn't know when to make the move.
I'm thinking, you're a guy that can get any woman. You're a great-looking lawyer.
He's very
why are you sitting here wondering whether or not you can make a move?
Not a very good perception of what was
And I
going
went out
on.
with you, and it's not a first date, so it's not like, you have to wonder. Go ahead.
No, but when do you need to make a move? I mean, he did ask.
He did ask.
And which is probably a smart thing to do. It's embarrassing in a way, but imagine him in a couple episodes before when we talked about the boner. He couldn't even know when to make the move. What do you think the boner's going to be like?
That guy was not shy at all, the one with the boner comment. But this is a question guys want to know. How do you know? How do you know a girl is going to be into it and you're not going to get rejected? What are the signals? And I'll tell guys some of the signals I know of.
Yeah, and she probably will, because usually, and like she said, if a girl's, you can tell what's going on, but if she stays with you later throughout a night and wants to do more things with you, you start to build a little bit of a kind of a tier there that she's probably going to be hanging out and probably sleep, it's going to be a good night. Let's put it that way, making it clean. But I just, usually you drink a little bit or whatever you're drinking, and then suddenly it just comes in. You're just like, I'm just going to go for it, And you just,
that's a good question with alcohol, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
But you got to go. Everybody's different, but I'm more of an aggressive person. You know what I mean? You never know. That person could be, like I said, all the buttons, all the check marks could be like amazing with them. You know what I mean? So you have to experience it. And just for the record, I met Renee at a bar outside on the water. She had the best seat in the house, looking at her with her hair bangs down. She was always on her phone, and everybody I was with was over here next to, like a little bit away, from a couple feet, and right in front. We were right in front, and I just said, now we're good friends, and we're doing podcasts together and going to teach some people some great stuff and all. And I just want to give you a little back. Every show we'll probably try to give you a little bit about what happened, but we just connected energy-wise. I just told her, get your thing out, and next thing I gave her my number just to call me, and I said she had good energy, and she smiled like crazy, you know what I mean? So I was like, you can hang out with that. But so when do you need to go for it is the question, and you gotta just feel your instincts and go for it.
Okay, guys, I'm going to talk straight to you now because I've got some really good insights here. I always go to the science when I can. And what the science says is that if a woman or a man is excited sexually or falling in love and really into a person, they lose their appetite. So if you're on a date with a girl and she's eating a lot, that's not a good sign. Because and I got to take out Helen Fisher's work. There's certain chemicals that get released when you're excited about, and in lust, that turn off your appetite. So that's one sign that a girl is into you, and probably a guy's into you if they're not eating a lot. There's, right there, I think a really important tip on that one.
They're not eating a lot,
They're not eating a lot.
And I learned stuff while I'm on the show, too.
Okay. 2, there's a couple of really good signs. If a woman is into you sexually, chances are the conversations are going to be sexual. Now, when I was going through my nightmare divorce, and I'm going on dates, and I'm talking about my divorce, I know it's the biggest turnoff ever. No guy wants to hear about my custody fights or my judges and how bad they suck.
It's just a negative topic.
I know that's turning them off. If I'm having that conversation and I can think of the guys who I was trying to turn off, and that was where the conversations went. Specifically, one date I went on, I ordered an appetizer, an entree, desserts, vegetables. And I talked about my divorce and custody fight. I was like, how do I like turn this guy off so he doesn't try anything at the end of the night?
4-course meal.
And that one would have killed my mother because that was like a super rich, good-looking Jewish guy. But I just was totally not attracted to him, and I was making it very clear by eating a lot and not talking about anything that was sexual. I was intentionally talking about things that would turn him off. Now, when I'm with a guy that I am interested in, I'll talk about wordgasm. I'll talk about things that I know guys are attracted to, from, dancing to, sexual topics. Like,
music.
you'll know. Music.
No, any topic. She likes music. She knows a lot about music, too.
Yeah. And
everybody knows music, though.
And the other one, and I actually would give this advice to women, too. If you want to fool around with the guy, and you're like having your like dinner or your conversation, touch him like that or like that.
Yeah.
That is a clue that the girl wants to fool around. If she's touching you, it means she can't keep her hands off you. You're not gonna have a girl go like that at dinner and then have her go ew when you try to kiss her.
See, I love touchy-feely because I'm that way, and some girls aren't, and you get too much with them. Like, I even do it with her just in the show. I'm touching her rib cage. You guys can't see. Nothing dirty. But I live on that vibe too with people.
Yeah. So if a girl is not eating a lot, she's touching you, and she's talking about topics which make you think about sex, and she knows she's doing that, then you will have no problem if you go and try to kiss her. She's not going to reject you. But when you're getting the vibe of she's not touching you, she's eating 5 courses, and she's talking about, her dog going to the vet or her kid's homework, you're not getting anything that night. Yeah. And if you go for it, you got a really strong chance of being rejected.
Yeah, that's why you don't step up at that opportunity there. You just let that one go by. And then you rethink even going out with her again. She just ate 4 courses. She might not get a second date. So if I did, I'd still try at the end. If you got shot down, then you don't have to go out there on a second date anyway.
Now, by the way, that doesn't mean if a girl eats on a date, she doesn't like you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But biologically, chemically, the more in lust she is, the more attracted to you she is, the less hungry she's going to be.
Really?
Keep that in mind. Oh. And I think same thing for guys. When you're in love, and on a date, are you hungry?
No, a lot of times you want to eat a meal or whatever, but sometimes I'll just get a couple of lighter things and then have some drinks. Not the way I eat, but I see people go out and slam food all the time. It's like, how do you go home, all full and drinking stuff and I don't know.
Yeah. So that's my tip. Next video, I'm going to actually ask you questions about how do you know when a guy wants to fool around with you. Is it just so obvious? Because he just does. And we'll talk about that.
A guy wants to fool around me?
No. Oh. How would I know that you're attracted to me? That's going to be the next one. How can a girl know if a guy that she's talking to or with is attracted to her? I love that question. We'll get to that in the next episode.
Wow.
So I'm going to leave you with...
Hold that. That's a good topic.
Yeah, and keep in mind, if a girl's putting on music, she's with you in a dark, secluded place, she brings you back to her place, that's a freaking no-brainer. But all of those are your signs.
Yeah, they are. There's a lot of them.
And there's a lot of them, but those are some really key ones that people don't really know. The food thing, people don't know.
I didn't really know.
The touching thing, people don't think about.
The girls I go out with, they're all pretty lean, machines, and we don't go out and eat like T-bone steaks and stuff like that. Well, you know what I mean? I don't know. I never thought about it,
Yeah. Okay, so we'll leave you with that for now.
It's funny.
And we'll get back to you because I want the other side.
She's got me thinking back in the day when I used
I'm going to give him some time to think about it because I want the answer to that question.
I didn't know. Guys, I am coming in cold. I told her I didn't want to know these topics really that well. I don't want to be rehearsed because these are all normal reactions you're getting. I didn't know that, but now I'm thinking back. I knew some girls that you know, back that had weird tendencies that, you know. I knew a girl that ate with me all the time when we went out, and then after like 3 months, I never got laid hardly ever. But she used to blow me in the car before I drop her off or whatever. But it was like weird. I'm like, is she eating now? I'm thinking, is she eating? Did she eat? So I didn't have to like.
I just find my mom went to such a
Her
gross
name was
place
Kim.
right now.
I remember her very well. I liked her. She was she looked like the Julia Roberts. She had even the thing right there. I loved her. But that's weird. That's weird. Now you got me thinking. That girl didn't want to bang me probably. She had no kids. Huh.
Yeah, you can think back on your old.
But I didn't even know she
think
might have
about
had something wrong with her hoochie the whole time. You know what I mean? That's what I thought. Because then I stopped going out with her. I mean, you know, I should have had the stones to ask her, you know, but I didn't because I just let, you know, 2 months you see somebody 4 or 5 times. Strange, where it is. Now you said that. But she used to eat, we used to eat for an hour, and I'm not even a big guy. I don't want to be all stuffed. I want my shit working, you know what I mean? I don't be all bloated, like I want to be in it. That's how you get tired, you know, and you get sleepy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just mine. But we're just drawing. Okay, we're going to roll in and we're going to get ready for the next one.
Yep. Okay. And we'll give you a wordgasm next.
Love lessons.
And wordgasms, because that's my business, teaching vocab words through racy comedy. But
Yeah.
you probably already know that.
No, but they're probably going to do a background. I mean, look into your credentials one time, and she has a whole bunch of them. But she'll probably have them listed at some time too. Okay?
Yep.
Enjoy, guys.
Thanks. See ya.
Bye. Hit it. Yeah, some of these things.